老师 you need to record 才不叫我讲一定要 remind
Okay, Grace, please.
Shashi Bukhi Yoshin Meto Cham Viram Lingshin Nimde Genpadi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwadi Rokun Namda Shinla Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Madalakam Natayami Sangye Chudang Shoki Chonam La Dangsung Badu Dakni Kyakushi Daki Jingyen Jingso Nipe Sunamki Dola Penche Sangye Dupasho
Sangye
Sangye Chudang Shoki Chonam La Yang sum badu dakni kapushi daki zinsok gimpe shunam ki rola penche sangye dupaso sangye chudang shoki chonam la Yang sum badu dakni kapushi Daki Jingyen Yimpe Sunam Ki Rola Bence Sangye Dupa Yo.
Thank you. Okay, now let's continue with class 3. Class 3, we talk about the ceremony, right? We talk about the vow taking ceremony. So here we go directly to the homework question, right? So there are two types of the bodhisattva vow. Yeah, the first type is the wish, and the second type is the action, right? So according to Je Tsongkhapa, Je Tsongkhapa said that it's better for us to go through 2 steps. So we take the wish first and then we take the action, because this will then make our vow more firm. Yeah. So yeah, I think when we go through more steps, actually that makes our vow stronger. But of course, if we are ready, we can straight away take the vow in the form of action. So we take the wish together with the action. The form of wish is also called prayer, form of prayer. Yeah, so we just train to become a bodhisattva. And a lot of people ask me, hey, if they don't take the vow in the form of action, can they join the 6 times book group? Yeah, actually, yes, they can. You know, to me, it's easy as long as they have attended ACI 7 and they understand, they don't have any wrong understanding. We can allow them to observe. Yeah, and then maybe we can encourage them to learn to take the vow too. I mean, to observe the vows too. So it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so this is basically the first question. And then there are 3 steps in the ceremony: the preliminaries, the actual, and the conclusion, right? So there are 3 steps here. And there are 3 steps here. And then in the preparation, in the preliminary, yeah, there are 5 steps. There are 5 steps here. So we make offerings. Yeah, how the bodhisattva vows are taken. So there are 5 steps. We make offerings and request to Lama. Yeah. So request as in we offer and then we request to Lama that we want to take the vow. And then step number 2, we invite all the Buddhas and bodhisattvas to come to witness. And then we kneel and request quickly. So we really want the Lama to give us the vow quickly. And then, of course, we also take the joy in the seeds that we are creating, meaning that we are happy. Yeah, we feel happy that we already collect enough good seeds so that now we take the Bodhisattva vow and help all the beings. And then finally, the teacher will ask our intention. Yeah, we'll ask our intention. Remember, Dr. Wu asked 3 questions, right? Yeah, asked 3 questions, right? Do you really hope that by taking this vow, you can achieve enlightenment for all beings? Do you really understand the vow? And do you intend to keep all the vow? So it's very beautiful. Yeah. So these are the 5 steps that you can do. That you need that we go through the preliminaries, right? And then the actual ceremony is very easy. Actual ceremony is you just follow the Lama. Okay. So this is the practice by all the Buddhas before. So today I'm also following the step. I'm taking the Bodhisattva vow. So we repeat 3 times, and then the Lama will snap the finger, then you get a Bodhisattva vow. Yeah. And then finally the conclusion. There are 4 steps to the conclusion, to the closing. The slide is a bit blur, huh? Yeah. This was made by Venerable Jigme. So conclusion, the first one, we ask all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to witness what we have done, yeah, and to acknowledge our oath, our vow to them, and then prostrate 3 times to each of the 10 directions. Yeah, 10 directions. In the ceremony, Dr. Wu only asked us to do 4 directions. Yeah, sometimes we only do 1 direction, so depending on the Lama. Yeah, so 3 times each direction. Geshe Michael told Dr. Wu. So up to you. If you want them to really exercise, then you ask them to do 10 directions. It's quite tiring, okay? It's quite tiring, yeah. And then, of course, then the Lama, the teacher, talks about the great benefit that we have just done, the seeds, and then how the shockwave caused the here, so you can read how a shockwave caused by our extraordinary deed just passed through all the Buddha's paradises, and how all those beings will now. So suddenly there's an earthquake. Hey, what happened? The earthquake. Oh, on Earth, people are taking Bodhisattva vow. Wow, welcome all the new Bodhisattva. So wow, we have a new members. So we have a new members. We have a Bodhisattva Crystal. We have Bodhisattva Lin, Bodhisattva Ihui, Bodhisattva Dawn, Bodhisattva Rick. So wow, so all the Buddha will welcome. In fact, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the whole universe will welcome all the new Bodhisattvas. And then after that, the teacher and the student make the offering of thanksgiving, basically the mandala again, to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Yeah, and thanking them for granting the opportunity to take the vow. And then finally, the students. And then you remember Geshe Michael also told us not to advertise the vows to people who don't have faith in them. Yeah. So the reason is because if they don't believe in the Bodhisattva vow, when we tell them, they may have negative thought, and that is very bad for them. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes we don't advertise to them. Yeah. So first, when they don't believe, they say bad things, it's very bad for them. Secondly, because we are Bodhisattva, when they say bad things to us, it's also very bad for them. So we don't want to cause them all these negative sins. Yeah. Okay. So this is basically the ceremony now. The question is, who can give the vow and who can take the vow? Yeah. Who can give the vow? Yeah. The teacher who give the vow, preferably ordained. Yeah. So preferably ordained, but it is not compulsory. It's just preferably, means somebody ordained, monks or nuns. But ordinary people is also okay. Can give tantric vows. So we want our Bodhisattva teacher. We want the teacher who give us Bodhisattva vow also can give us a tantric vow. We want to go together along the line. Yeah. Can be male, can be female. The teacher must keep their vows well. Yeah. And then And then the teacher must have the bodhisattva intention. The bodhisattva intention, right? And then the teacher, of course, must know the ceremony. Must know the ceremony. Geshe Michael always tell us the story when he was getting his ordination as a monk. Ken Rinpoche spent many days just memorizing the ceremony, you know. Wow, so touching. So in order to give Geshe Michael the monk's vows, Ken Rinpoche spent like, I think many days or many weeks, just trying to memorize the whole ceremony. So Ken Rinpoche didn't want to read any text. He wanted to just recite it from his memory. So wow, that's very touching. Yeah. And then, of course, master of the Bodhisattva teaching means the teacher must know the Bodhisattva vows details, able and willing to bring up the student, meaning that can support the student, yeah, can support the student, free of attachment, meaning that they don't satisfied with what they have, means they don't have attachment to find. Okay, how do we define attachment here? Does it mean that free of attachment means we can't have a big house? Does it mean that free of that attachment we can't have a good car? You know, I saw Ying Hui moving her head, right? Because if we cannot have big house, then Lin and Gokun don't have business already. So what does it mean that like free of attachment? What does it mean? Anybody want to try?
Yeah, I try. Free of attachment. I think attachment here means that if you want things without knowing where the things came from,
Okay, then where does the thing come from?
it came from our seed.
Huh?
So it came from our seed. We have to go and plant the seed, then
Correct.
then we
Correct.
can have that thing. But if we didn't plant the seed and we just want that thing, thinking
Correct.
that, like, for example, if I want to have more business, then I need to snatch business, then this is attachment.
Correct. Correct. So let's say I have a big house because I can earn big money. Because I got a good bonus, I can buy a big house. Because I have a rich parents, I can buy a big car. You know, that is wrong. Yeah. But if I can buy big house because I planted the seeds, then that is okay, you know. They are free of attachment. Has respect for their vows means the teacher giving the Bodhisattva vow must respect the vows, right? I would say a teacher giving the meaning respect for the vows and master of the Bodhisattva teaching actually referring to the teacher themselves must be keeping the vow, must be keeping the book also. Yeah, must be keeping the book. Yeah. Not easily upset or angered or holding anger. Yeah. And not lazy in the sense of having no joy in doing virtue, meaning that not lazy means that willing to share, willing to teach when the students want them, you know, to teach. Yeah. Some lazy means if your student asks you for teaching and then you don't want to teach them, you don't feel like entertaining them. Yeah. So that is not a good teacher. And then the mind doesn't wander and cannot meditate well. So somebody who can meditate, and finally, not stupid in the sense of putting down the greater way. Yeah. Actually, do you realize the last 6 points, right? The free of attachment, respect for the vow, not easily upset, and then not lazy, the mind not wandering, and finally not stupid. What are these 6? Anybody can tell me? Do you see any hint here? Do they look familiar? If yes, what? Anybody wants to try? Nobody can see the hint here. Hint. No hint.
Teacher, I cannot. Yeah, what do you say just now? You say
Which 6?
The last 6 from free of attachment all the way to the bottom. You see this, my hand? Free of attachment, respect the vow, not easily upset, not lazy, the mind not wandering, and then not stupid. What are these 6?
6 of perfection.
Yes, who said that? Huh?
Don't say that.
Yeah, Dawn.
But yeah, she said that correct. It's correct.
6 perfections, right? So basically, these are 6 perfections. Free of attachment means you you do the perfection of giving. Respect the vow means you have a perfection of the morality. Not easily upset means you have the perfection of patience. And then not lazy means you have the perfection of the, what do you call that? Jing Jin. Practice.
Joyful effort.
Joyful effort. Yeah. Who is that? Kilia.
Yeah.
And then perfection of meditation and perfection of the wisdom, right? So the teacher need to have all those requirements. And then what kind of person can take the bodhisattva vow? So these are the requirement, right? Really wishes to take them. Yeah, really want to take the vows, has compassion, has a compassionate nature, know the vows. Yeah, so we need to know the vows, and then we intend to keep the vow. And then of course, intends to keep them, and then based on morality. Yeah, we need to have the morality. Okay, so these are the requirement. Okay, so yeah, quite easy, right? So that's all for class homework class 3. Now class 3, there's a meditation. Okay, class 3 I will run quickly because class 4 we go into the root vows. Maybe there are more things to discuss, right? So class 3, the meditation is uh, 15 minutes per day. Visualize yourself taking the vows. Review minutes. Oh, sorry, this is wrong. Okay. Hold on now. Let me review mentally. Something's wrong. Review mentally. Mentally the proper steps and the proper inner motivation. Okay, yeah. So basically in the meditation, we will go through the 3 steps here, right? The 3 steps, the preliminaries, the actual ceremony, and then the conclusion, right? So shall we do the meditation? Yeah. Okay, I will stop the sharing and then we can all focus on the meditation. Okay, find a comfortable sitting position. Wow, Rick, Pokemon. No? Oh, it's not Pokemon. It's I don't know what. Yeah, there's a name for it. Totoro. Huh? Totoro. Okay. Totoro. I thought Pokemon looks like Pokemon. Okay, come. Find a comfortable sitting position and this is like. And then cross your leg if you are sitting on the platform, or if you're sitting on a chair, both feet flat on the floor. Put both hands on your lap. You can touch the index and the thumb together. And then your palm can face either face up or face down or to the side. Now slowly close your eyes. Relax your feet, relax your hands, tuck in your tummy slightly, pull back your shoulders, the two shoulders, left and right, slightly to the back and left and right balance. Imagine there's a string pulling your head straight up, slightly longer, and then your chin parallel to the ground, not too high, not too low. Relax your mouth, touch the tip of your tongue to the back of your upper teeth. Relax your cheek, relax your forehead, relax your scalp, and finally relax your eyes. Bring your attention to the tip of your nose and try to observe the air going out and coming in. The air feels slightly warm when we exhale and slightly cool when we inhale. We are going to do a breathing meditation first, counting 10 breaths, and each breath consists of exhale first, followed by inhale. And at any moment, when the mind runs away, gently pull it back and start from one again. Now let's do the breathing meditation, doing the counting individually. Now we start to visualize ourselves taking the vows, the Bodhisattva vows. You can also recall the day on the 6th of March evening when we are all taking the vows together. Of course, before that, you register and then you get ready for the vow taking ceremony. And because you are doing it at home, you need to prepare a simple altar and then some offerings. And then we follow the ceremony through the Zoom. And we saw two teachers, Geshe Michael and Dr. Wu, leading the ceremony. So we could see that Dr. Wu playing the role of the teacher, Geshe Michael playing the role of both the teacher and also the vow taker. So Dr. Wu was the vow giver, Geshe Michael playing the role of both the vow giver and also vow taker. So first of all, we make offerings and requests to the vow giver. So this is part number one of the preliminaries. We make offerings, we make mandala, we make offerings. I think both Dr. Wu and Geshe Michael went through the 7 preliminaries. After the mandala, 7 preliminaries that include the offering too. And then the request for the Bodhisattva vows. And then step number 2, we invite all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the whole universe to come and witness the ceremony. And then step number 3, we are ready to take the vows. We kneel down, right knee on the floor, left knee 90 degrees, and then both hands in front of the chest, and request the vow quickly. And step number 4, we recall all the good seeds we have planted to allow us to have this beautiful opportunity. And then we also take the joy, we feel the happiness on all the good seeds that we are planting, that we are creating, just by taking the Bodhisattva vows itself. And then finally, Dr. Wu asked 3 questions. Whether we really want to take the vow, whether we take the vow for the benefit of all beings, to help all the beings, and finally, whether we intend to keep the vow properly. And I remember at my home, the group of people, they are replying very loudly, yes, yes, yes. So that is the preliminaries. There are 5 steps. And then on the actual ceremony, Dr. Wu led us through the wanted us to follow him, to follow after him, the vow ceremony taking. So we remember taking repeating after him, saying that this is the practice of the great people. And then we want to also follow the same footstep. We want to follow the footstep, and also we want to follow what they are doing. And then we repeated those 3 times. So that is the actual ceremony. And then we went through the conclusion. So there are 4 steps to the conclusion. First, Geshe Michael proclaimed to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas that they have witnessed the Bodhisattva vow taking ceremony. And Geshe Michael also proclaimed to them that all of us have taken the oath to observe the vows. And then Dr. Wu led us to do prostration 3 times to 4 directions. 4 directions, right? This is up to the vow giver, so it can be up to 10 directions. Maybe you want to recall a bit about this prostration in your mind. And then step number 2, on the conclusion, Geshe Michael gave us the overview of how great deeds that we have just done. And this is causing a shockwave because of what we have done. And it is going through all the Buddha's paradises in the whole universe. So you imagine each Buddha has their own paradise. And then in the paradise, there are millions of bodhisattvas. And then suddenly at the moment of the vow taking ceremony, there's a shock wave. So it's like a tremble. It's like a small earthquake. And then everybody was asking, hey, what happened? Hey, what happened? Oh, people are taking bodhisattva vow. And you visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are rejoicing. Maybe they are clapping their hands. Maybe they are dancing happily. Yeah, we have new family members. We have so many new family members. On that day, there are 900 people online. And then considering there are places where some more than 1 people, I think it was more than 1,000 people. So that is step number 2. And then step number 3, Geshe Michael and Dr. Wu led us to make the offering of Thanksgiving, the mandala again, to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas for the opportunity to take the vow. So that is step number 3. And finally, step number 4, Geshe Michael give us some talk about not to advertise the vows to the people who have no faith in them, in the vow, to keep the vows privately and not to hope for any gain or praise from others through the vows. So those are the ceremony in simple terms, the steps of the ceremony. And of course, we all need to also remember that the main motivation, the inner motivation with the Bodhisattva vow is so that we can quickly become enlightened for the sake of all living beings. Bring your attention back to the tip of your nose. Do 3 long, slow exhales. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So that is class 3. Stop me anytime if you have any questions, right? I'm going to go to class 4 now. Class 4, this is class 4, okay. Okay, class 4. We are into the root vowels. Yay! Root vowels. Okay, there are two kinds of bodhisattva vowels. Yeah, the root downfall and the secondary. Chatung and Nyeje. Chatung and Nyeje. Yeah. So there are 18 root downfalls and 46 secondary vowels. Yeah, so total 64. Okay. And then why it's called downfalls? Yeah, downfalls. You know, the picture is somebody fall down, downfall, because we are defeated by mental afflictions. Mental afflictions is also called negative emotions. Yeah. Some people like to call it klesha, kilesha. You heard of that? Klesha, kilesha. Yeah. Yeah. In Tibetan is called pampa, defeats. Yeah. So that's the reason. Okay, now the first root downfall is praising ourselves and criticizing others. Dak tu shenmu. Dak tu shenmu. Yeah. Dak is I. Tu is praise. Praise myself. Shen means others. Mu is criticize. Yeah. So praise self and criticize others. Dak tu shen mu. Right. Okay. And well, this is about when we do the 6 times book. Typically, I will. So in 6 times book, the logic is. I think we separate the praising others and criticizing others. And also praising self and criticizing others. Let me take a look. Is that right or not?
Yeah, we separate it.
I think we separate that right. Google. I can't see. Hold on. Let me have a quick look. We separate it, correct? Yeah, just want to be sure. Just want to be sure.
Yeah, to 23 and 24.
23 and 24, right? Yeah, correct. Yes, so we separate it, right? Yeah. So praising ourselves is easy lah. Huh? So whether we observe whether during the past 24 to 48 hours we praise ourselves unnecessarily, too proud of ourselves, you know. And then yeah, that is the negative. The positive means we praise others, you know, whether we praise others. So to do for this is easy actually. For me to do is praise others, praise more people today, you know. Yeah. Of course, criticizing others is also the same. The negative, whether I criticize others. Even, okay, criticize can be through the mouth, speech, or through the mind, you know. Yeah, and then of course so these two are very similar. The plus of criticizing others is whether I praise anybody, you know. So these two are very similar, the plus, minus, and the to do. Okay. Yeah. Dak tu shen. Okay. Okay, second, oh yeah, motivation is that, oh yeah, motivation, there are two, right? Something material and respect and admiration of others. So when I praise myself, I expect people to maybe respect me or maybe give me money, you know. So who is the best teacher around, you know? Then expecting some money, that is wrong already. Yeah. Yeah. So that too shame, right? So to commit a downfall, so let's say I speak to Ken, right? So Ken must understand what I'm saying. If Ken understand what I'm saying, I commit a downfall. If Ken doesn't understand, let's say, if Ken doesn't understand, maybe different language, you know, maybe I use a language that Ken doesn't understand. That is not a downfall yet. Yeah. So the main affliction must be the attachment or desire, attachment to praise, desire for any materials, you know. Yeah. So that is the downfall. Of course, we learn about 4 chains later, right? The 4 chains must be there to make the downfall complete. Okay, so but for the start, I think you need to understand that it is desire and attachment. The second one, root downfall of failing to give dharma or material assistance. Chu nor miter. Chu nor miter. Chu is a dharma. Chu nor is I think I give some definition before, right? Chu nor miter. I wrote somewhere. Here. So chu nor miter is nor is material, or chu is dharma, nor is material. Yeah, so dharma and material. Me is no, me no, ter is give. Meter means don't give, you know. So don't give dharma and material. Yeah, so that is the literal meaning. Chu nor meter, yeah. Failing to give dharma or material assistance. So what do they mean? So somebody must have one of these two criteria. So they must have a serious problem, and we are the only one who can help them. Yeah. So let's say somebody who need to pay the rent, otherwise they will be kicked out of the house, for example. And we are the only one there. Or maybe let's talk about, let's say we see an accident, you know. Or maybe we are trekking in the jungle and then somebody fall down and then cannot move, and then nobody else around, only we around them. That and then we refuse to give assistance, and that is wrong. Yeah. Yeah. And then so two parts, not giving dharma and not giving material things. Yeah. So what does it mean? So we don't give what is really needed because we don't want to give it up. I have this water, for example, and then Ken is really thirsty in the let's say we are doing trekking in the certain some desert, you know. So he is thirsty. He has a serious problem. I'm the only one near him. I don't want to give because if I give him later, I don't have myself. That's a downfall. Yeah, that's a downfall. Okay. Yeah. So dharma is also the same. Yeah, dharma. So somebody may be feeling suicidal. Suicidal means 要自杀. And then they really can't think through what is needed, you know, in terms of their life experience. And then we are the only person there who can help, but we refuse to help with the dharma, with the understanding. And then there is a downfall. Yeah. Okay, so the picture is Venerable Utpala, right? So she was teaching this is in Shenzhen, I think. Yeah. PGT, is it Pure Gold translation? The PGT in Shenzhen. Okay, okay. So what is the 6 times book? 6 times book, this is easy because it's giving. So as long as it is the virtue number 2, not willing to share, and then there is normally for me I use that as my 6 times book. So you remember when we read 6 times book, we use the what do you call that, the concentric circle, and then after concentric circle we do the free association. Yeah. So of course the free association from this is giving, any giving. So my to-do is very easy. Put money into the we call it the what call that in English? I forgot my English. Piggy bank. Piggy bank. Jalan, my English suffers. Yeah, so that is easy. Yeah. Of course, with Xintian, we always have a lot of opportunity to give, to treat people. So those are basically part of my plus in my 6 times book, you know. Giving Dharma. Okay, I share the ACI. So this is all giving Dharma. I run the 1-day retreat that is giving Dharma. So this is how we run the 6 times book, right? Of course, in business, you know, when you treat your clients, that is also considered giving material, right? you give extra time for your student, for example. Those are basically the plus. Yeah. Okay.
老师 got one question.
Yeah. What?
I think that time Sisi's group also discussed about this. They was talking about things like sometimes we walk past the street, we saw those tissue uncle or auntie. We don't give it to them because we have a higher intention of donating and keeping our money to donate for a higher purpose. So is that violating this vow? Like we don't give to the street tissue people, but instead we are keeping the money for a higher purpose.
Yeah. So the only requirement is those two qualities. You see, the person must have a serious problem, and we are the only option. You see, yeah. Okay. So I think when we drill deeper, we understand the requirement. Then it is not considered a problem. Yeah. Okay. So here, when I talk about these two qualities, do we still have to talk about higher purpose? We don't even have to talk about higher purpose. You see, the person no serious problem, we are not the only option, then it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is there more examples on how would one person not want to keep Dharma?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, cannot teach later. Cannot teach Ken too much. Later he becomes smarter than me. Later my student go to him.
Oh,
You see? Yeah. So I mean, sorry, I'm using some ridiculous example, but it's real. Some people are like that.
okay.
I cannot talk too much. Later he becomes smarter. Later he open his own training. I mean, this is in terms of training, but in terms of Dharma, you see, sometimes there is this competition among Dharma teachers, you know. Later Ken more popular than me. Later more students go to him. Give more money to him. I don't have money. Yeah, it happens. It happens. So yeah. So that's why this is considered a root downfall. Okay, number 3. Failing to accept someone's apology or striking another. Sakyang minyan. Sakyang minyan. Let me go through my notes. Sakyang minyan. I think you all saw the notes before, right? Maybe I sent to you all. I sent again. Sakyang minyan. I see. Oops. Sakyang minyan. Okay, sak is apology. Yeah. Kyang but minyan. Nyen. Don't want to listen. Yeah. Remember, I think this who Ying Hui, remember? Chu Nyen. Remember? Yeah. Chu Nyen and Jin Sok. Daki Chu Nyen. Yeah. And Daki Jin Sok. Yeah. So Nyen, Chu Nyen. Chu is Dharma. Nyen is listen. Listen to Dharma. Here we say, what do you say? Mi Nyen. Don't want to listen. Sakyang. Sak is what? Sak is apology. Apology, but don't want to listen. You see? Means somebody apologized, but we don't want to listen. Oh, sorry. Kyang should be. Oh, sorry. Sak is apology. Kyang is striking. Yeah. Kyang is a striking. So yeah. So the motivation is that we want to hurt other people. We want to hurt other people, right? Yeah. So somebody apologized to us, but because we want to hurt the other people, we refuse. We don't want to listen. We don't want to accept. Yeah. Or we purposely strike another person, hit another person, right? If motivation is not to hurt others, it is not a downfall. Maybe if, let's say somebody apologized, but our motivation is to let the person know that this is more serious than what they think, then, you know, it's a form of what do you call it? 教训. It's like a form of education. 教育, education, you know. So that is okay. sometimes parents, parents, I don't know, maybe maybe your son is not that age yet, but sometimes children, as a parent, we purposely don't want to accept the apology first. We want them to think further, because some children are so easy to say, "Oh, I'm sorry." Are you really sorry? No, I'm not going to accept the apology, because they become so habitual. I'm sorry, but they are not really feeling sorry. So we purposely want them to think further, So that is okay, because our motivation is not to hurt them. Yeah, I give a lesson, yeah. Oh, Lynn's English is good. Thank you. Yeah, we want to give a lesson. So this is number 3, right? 6 times book. Oh yeah, here, this is by who? I forgot. In PPT here is a suggestion. Failing to accept suggestion. So when you write 6 times book, it's easier. Maybe somebody suggested something, but because out of our pride, how can Ken give a better idea than me? No, I'm not going to accept, that is the negative. Yeah. What is a positive? Anybody can give me example? What is a positive here? Of course, I give suggestions. I give suggestions. Let's say because Ken is here, so I got a bit of influence by his train of thought, So like in property, when you give certain suggestions to a client, and that is considered the positive already, Maybe your house, you can before you sell, maybe you want to, all these suggestions, maybe you want to repaint it, and then make it brighter. All those are suggestions, and this can be considered as positive, Yeah. Of course, yeah.
You
Yeah.
mean to accept suggestion or to give suggestion for the
To give suggestion too. Oh yeah, to accept suggestion as well. To accept suggestion as well. Yeah, let's say somebody gives suggestion, we accept the suggestion. But I think if we use the free association, we can also consider to give suggestions.
But what if maybe throughout the day we will not have this, come across this incident or possibility that people will give a suggestion that we have to accept, then how?
Then we give suggestions. Then we give suggestions. Yeah.
Okay, so if we put a timeline, for example, okay, for the next 4 hours, if there's opportunity, I will try my best to accept the suggestion.
For the to-do,
Yeah.
For the to-do, because striking another, you see, when I see striking another, okay, let's say, okay, sorry, we are talking about apology. For the to-do, let's say, maybe I didn't accept somebody's suggestion. So for the to-do, yes, of course, you can say for the next 4 hours, I'm going to really consider suggestions from others, But normally I don't write this kind of thing because it is, it depends on others action. Normally my to-do is more to things that I can do myself. Yeah. So what I do is that maybe I will normally say, normally I will think again, any area that I can help with suggestion, and then I will put there. For example, during the DCW, when I was still serving in DCW, I will really write down, give suggestion to teacher Jenny to use, let's say at that time I was using Discord, to explore using Discord for the communication with the team. I like to think of to do that is very specific, that I can do easily, not contingent on others. Of course, give praise more people. That one also I can control, you see. Yeah, for the next 24 hours, I will praise more people. Then very easy. I look at the WhatsApp, I start to give. You are the best. You are the best. Well done, you see. Yeah, so that is normally what I do. And then of course, striking on another is also easy. Striking on another means I praise people. I praise people. So when we read 6 times book, when you do the concentric circle, when you do free associations, this is very similar to number 1 already, you see. Yeah. But of course, the motivation is different. The first one, motivation is because I want, desire. But here the motivation is to hurt others. Yeah. So when I give praise because I want to give them comfort, then that is okay. Yeah. Of course, if you can consider all these things, your 6 times book will be very perfect. But sometimes we don't really have much time. Then we just do the free association and the concentric circle. Okay, number 4.
Yeah, sorry,
Section,
for
yeah.
wisdom, right? Can I say, like, you know, the positive, right? Like, you know, sometimes when people give suggestion, we don't immediately reject it, but we will think through it, as in I will really consider it, I will really think through it, and then after that I'll assess whether I would use it or not. So in this case, does it mean that I didn't really fail to accept a person's suggestion because I did really consider it? But after
Yeah.
consideration, I felt that, you know, this may not be so suitable. So I didn't, you know, apply it or use it.
Yeah, the motivation is that you want to hurt them. If you don't intend to hurt others, then it's okay. Can?
This is can be considered to be the to do, right? As in,
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. See, I told you, not easy to break the vow. It's not easy to break the vow. If this one is a downfall, if you really want to hurt others, okay? If you don't think that the suggestion is viable, then it's okay. You know? Yeah. Okay, giving up the greater way of Mahayana or teaching false dharma. Takchen Pongwa. Pongwa is let go. Surrender. Pongwa is surrender, let go. Takchen is Mahayana. Takchen. Chen is a big. Tak is teaching. Teaching. Takchen. Yeah. Takchen Pongwa. Pongwa is a give up. Yeah. Takchen Pongwa. So we give up the Mahayana or teaching false dharma. So Mahayana here refers to what? What is Mahayana? Yeah, what does it mean? So what? Oh,
Greater way.
yeah, so we have a greater way means we have a lower way, lesser way, right? Yeah. What's the main difference between the greater way and the non-greater way?
Non-greater way is of the self-made Buddha and the listener practitioner.
Yeah, so
The greater,
yeah, so the greater way is the Bodhisattva way. What is the main difference?
one is taught by the greater way is taught by a true Lama. The lower way is they learn themselves and become Buddhas and become enlightenment. Is it?
No, not true. Not true. Those are taught by Buddha too. The listener also taught by Buddha. Okay, the main difference of Mahayana and the non-Mahayana is the bodhicitta. That's the main difference, right? Don't forget about that, right?
One is for others. As
Yeah.
in,
Yeah. So giving up the greater way means I don't want to learn the Mahayana, you know. I don't want to learn the Mahayana. And then teaching false dharma means I think there is some more thing here, right? Yeah. Yes.
It's quite close to the power eating.
Yeah. That one is the wish of bodhicitta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one is giving up the giving up the Mahayana. Yeah. So here, to break the vow, you must, okay, this one is a false dharma, right? To break the vow, you must know that you made it up, you know. You made it, you think of something, and then you like the idea, hey, this is interesting idea, and then teach it to others. Hey, Ken, this is Mahayana, you know. And can accept it. Oh gosh, that I break the vow already. The main mental affliction here is ignorance. Yeah, means I am ignorant. I don't know. I don't really know, and I think of the story myself. You know. Yeah. That's why Geshe Michael like to tell us this story, you know. A lot of people like to give him books. I like to give him books. I think book is because book represents wisdom, and then Geshe Michael must have loved books, you know. So this is for you, you know. Every time when he open up the book, when he start to read, if it is not authentic, if there are some mistakes, you know, he will always actually chuck it away. And he also give us the same advice: don't read wrong books, you know, because it will influence your mind, affect your mind, poison your mind. Yeah. So yeah. So what is it? Kakiku kaki. What is that kakiku kaki? So yeah, I mean this is my problem. Was I used to love all those things, you know, and then I was learning how to become a writer, and then I was into the internet marketing, and then we were taught how to hash up some stories, you know, picking up from many sources from internet, and then you write your own articles, you know. So when I read this, I think, oh gosh, I must have committed a lot of these problems, you know. But luckily, I have always been I have I've always been I have always failed in entering that area, maybe because of my good sense preventing me from doing all this. Yeah, so ignorance. Yeah, ignorance. Okay, so this is the Tech Chen Pong. Okay, this one is stealing what belongs to the three jewels. Kyun Chok Kor Trok. Kyun Chok Kor Trok. What does it mean? Kyun Chok. Kyun Chok is the three jewels. Kyun Chok Sum. Chok is the highest. Kyun, I forgot is what is highest jewel. Kyun Chok. And then Kor Trok. Kor is a property. Trok is a rob, to steal. So to steal, this one is a trok is a steal. Core is a property. Kyunchok is a three jewels. Or they call it Kyunchok Sum. Sum means three. Kyunchok is a jewel, right? So this one very okay, let's look at here, right? So stealing from any of the three jewels, yeah, Buddha jewel, Dharma jewel, Sangha jewel. The motivation must be bad thought or mental affliction. The vow is broken when you think, okay, now I have it, it's mine now, you know. Okay, example, what example? Okay, now let me give example first. During wartime, during wartime or during the wartime or 殖民地, 殖民地, what do you call that? Occupation, during those occupation period, right? Like Singapore, Malaysia was occupied by England, and then Indonesia was occupied by the Dutch, you know, and then China occupied by a few other countries, and then they brought a lot of those like Indonesia, for example. We talk about Borobudur, for example, right? A lot of those Buddha's statue they stole, and then they brought overseas. Or even like China, the Dunhuang, the Dhammakaya Sutra, it belongs to, I think, UK or somewhere, right? The museum, right? All those are actually stealing from the three jewels. Okay, stealing from three jewels. Okay, in our daily life, what is stealing from three jewels? Okay, let me tell you, when you give offerings, after finish, you take without asking for permission, that is stealing, okay? So that's why when we want, after offering, when we want to take and eat ourselves, we should ask for permission, you know? We should ask for permission. Okay, thank you. I mean, this is my offering, and then thank you very much for blessing it. And since this is the end of the day, I'm going to keep all this so that they don't go rotten, whatever, you know. So you ask for permission. You don't just take and keep it, you know. But that is minor. I'm not too serious. But I think as a form of respect, we need to do that. Okay, now Question from Ken. In daily life, what should we do to write the 6 times book? Here, then we need to do the concentric circle already. So Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, Sangha jewel. Concentric circle means what? To me, normally what I do is then teaching of emptiness. Teaching of emptiness. Okay. So if I forget about the teaching means stealing lah. You know, stealing lah. I mean, stealing means stealing means to me I use free association. I have been taught, but I forget to use. You know, I have been taught, but I forget to use. So I use that as my free association. Other than that, yeah. Other than that, let's say I have, of course, some Sangha jewel. Donation is also good. That is the positive, yeah. Donation, yeah. Donation is very good, but of course, but you can't do donation every day. Yeah, but I think if you are doing the piggy bank for, let's say, ALL, you know, oh, that's very easy, right? Because ALL considered the 3 jewels. It's a Dhamma jewel, you know, it's Dhamma jewel. So if you donate to the LL, you donate, I think even donate to the storage, you know, it's considered the Sangha. Hey, by the way, all of you here, now Geshe Michael, first priority for the donation is what, you know? What I was saying?
I thought it's mixed nut.
Change already now.
Oh.
No, not change. Sorry, Geshe Michael changed direction. Now his main priority is the storage. Is the storage. Storage, we are still like 1 million plus. No, sorry, let me rephrase. We are still like close to 1 million to hit the half point mark. Half point mark. So when we hit the half point mark, then we can go to the bank. Then the bank will give us a very soft loan to take over the whole property. Yeah, so we are still about 1 million away as soon as possible. There is no deadline, but Geshe Michael wants to quickly close this. Yeah, Happy Box is considered that. Yeah. So if you donate to that, then that is your positive for the Dhamma jewels. Sorry, for the 3 jewels. Yeah. Okay, so that is a positive. Negative is mostly to me is I forget to use the pen story lah. You know, that is my negative. Other than that, what else?
Just be stealing.
Oh yes, of course, yeah. You can use a stealing, correct? You can use the normal stealing, but nowadays we all are expert in 10 virtue. We are very careful not to steal. But of course, when you are late lah for appointment, that's considered also lah. You know, yeah. Okay. Okay. Next.
So teacher, I ask.
Yeah.
Let's say if we want, if we go to the temple, in temple they normally put the incense there for us to freely take and pray. Let's say if we take and if we don't put the donation, it is considered still from Sangha or Buddha?
Better give donation, huh? Don't take and run away. Better take donation. Better give donation. Even 1 cent is also good rather than nothing. Okay, even 1 cent is good. Don't just take and run away.
Kalau is free in the temple, so must also give. That one give is more out of goodwill, right? But
see, although they say free,
my question, sorry.
Yeah, I know, but you know, although it's free, but it is. Well, yeah, we always think that it's optional, but now that we have taken the Bodhisattva vow, we better put something, you know.
This is protect ourselves.
To protect ourselves, you know. That's why I say even 1 cent is also good, you know. Yeah, correct. Those people donated the incense to the temple, and temple is Sangha, you see. And this is not just for temple, okay, this is for churches, for mosques. It's also the same thing, right? Yeah.
But,
yeah, of
but
course,
the
we can
motivation is not the bad thoughts or mental affliction.
yeah, true also. Yeah, you are right. The motivation is not the bad thought of mental affliction, but like what Khan said, to protect ourselves lah.
It could be a mental affliction if you are
What do you call that? Yeah, greedy.
or attached.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, being what do you call that?
Stingy,
Stingy. Oh, my English. Jalan. I forgot all my English. I need to speak more English nowadays. Cannot. Yeah, true.
So that's why let's say, because even with our lineage, right, we receive a lot of teaching, receive a lot of talk, teaching and resource from Geshe Michael and from ACI. Let's say if we, as you said, we give 1 cent is better, because if we don't, sometimes we don't return all of that, is considered.
Okay. Yes, but by right we should give something back. But if you are already serving in the, let's say in the study group, let's say you're serving as a translator, let's say you're serving in certain capacity, I think that can also balance up all this, you know. So I think let's be more kinder to ourselves lah. So I think we just want to be more alert, not to take things for granted.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so we just be more alert, and then we try to give back lah. We try to give back. Yeah. Okay, Ken?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. And then the next one is giving up the highest dharma. Chu pang. Remember, pang is a give up, right? Chu is dharma. Giving up the highest dharma. Here, if we go here, so the vow has 3 parts. Giving up the highest dharma of the listeners, giving up the highest dharma of the self-made, giving up the highest dharma of the greater way, right?
Sorry.
Yeah. Lynn, your connection very bad, like can't really hear you. Okay, Lynn is gone. So giving up, okay, just now number 4, so the same. Giving up means what? Giving up means like this guy throwing away, you know. So that is giving up, right? And of course, the other definition of giving up is that you deny that this is taught by the Buddha, for example. This is not taught by the Buddha, you know. Then that is the downfall already. Yeah. So this is the giving up of the highest dharma. So it's not just number 4 is Mahayana, but here is all. Yeah. Some people say, we are Mahayana, so Hinayana, we don't have to learn. That is wrong. Or some people say, hey, we are learning, we are Tantra, you know, so even the normal Mahayana, we don't have to learn. That is wrong also. Yeah. Okay. Number 7, taking away someone's robes and the rest, and removing someone from the status of an ordained person, right? Murmik trok. Trok is what? Trok is a steal, remember? Mik is a property. Gur is I think Gur means the ordained. Nur. This one is Gur. Oh yeah, Gur is a saffron. Oh, Gur Mik, saffron. Mik is dyed garment robe. So Mik is the robe. Yeah, and then trok is a steel. What does it mean? This one here. So taking their robes by asking them to take it off, you know, this robe, taking them off yourself, making them give back their vows, and forcing them to become a lay person. Yeah. So yeah, I heard this happen in many places, also in many countries, also in the past. So this is very bad. So what does it mean in our 6 times book? How do we write? Anybody has any idea how do we write this in 6 times book? To me, ropes refers to sangha. Sangha. Stealing, yeah, okay, yeah, you can consider stealing. To me, when I do free association, when I do the concentric circle, taking away someone's rope or removing someone from status of the ordained person, this refers to sangha. So if I don't support sangha, I take it as a supporting sangha. Sangha here means referring to our community, you know. So sometimes if in the past, when I was still active in study group, you know, if I feel lazy to attend study group, I put this as my negative. Yeah. So if I go and support study group, I put it as positive, you know. So this is my free association. This is how I write this.
Just Sugan,
Yes.
I think I felt that this is more than that because like the status of an ordained person, right? It represents the free will of the person to uphold all these ethical code and this vows. So it's very important. So if let's say you 障他人修行, you know, which means that you become an obstacle from people for taking up vow, you know, upholding the vow, or maybe you look down or you criticize or you even hinder someone to practice that. I think this is the spirit of it.
Wow, very good. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, of course, when we talk about free association, it means that we need to expand our mind. Otherwise, some people will just tell me, hey, today I don't do anything bad, you know. So does it mean that I don't have to write, you know? Oh yeah, one advice, try to write plus, minus, and to do for all the 6 times in a day. Don't leave it blank, you know. Even a small minor negative thought, we also want to get rid of them. So if you really can't think of anything serious, then we read something minor. Some people say it is nitpick, but we are not nitpicking. We are just trying to get rid of all those negative from our mind. Yeah. So make full use of this opportunity 6 times a day. Yeah. So yeah, I think Tizan's point was very, very good. I like it also. So hindering people from practicing, but writing 6 times book doesn't have to be something very big. Yeah, even a small one we want to catch. Yeah, dampen or discourage. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, number 8. 5 immediate downfalls. Yeah, chaminga. Chem. Chaminga should be cham, not chem. So it should be cham. Chaminga. Yeah, nga means 5. Chame is the immediate downfall. Yeah. So this is very serious. Killing father, killing mother, killing arhat, causing schism, and trying to harm a Buddha. So this is divided into 5 vows. So how do we write in 6 times book? How do we write in 6 times book? Killing father, for example. I mean, when concentric circle means if I don't listen to my father lah. Killing mother means if I don't respect my mom lah, you know. But what happens if like my father not around already? So what can I do? Then concentric circle means maybe somebody older than me, like father, you know. Or sometimes I forget my father's teaching, for example. Yeah. How about killing an arhat? Same lah, huh? We can use a teacher, for example. If we do assignment from our teacher, then it's plus. If we forget what the teacher helped us, then it's correct. Rick mentioned helping parents, any old folks health. Yeah, that is also good. Yeah. I want to do it. Why should I do it? Oops. What happened? What happened? Oh, here. I think I need to do full screen. Yeah. Okay, good. So so same thing. Yeah. Killing father, mother, arhat means somebody older than us, and then whether we help them or we don't help them. Causing schism. Divisive talk. I can come to my study group. Don't go to that study group. or divisive talk, you know, divisive talk. And then trying to harm a Buddha is also very similar, huh? Very similar. We forget about the emptiness, we forget about the teaching, then it's harming a Buddha. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, I can't be covering all the possible options here. So that's why every day when you do, every cycle when you do, is an opportunity to learn. Until today, we are doing, I think some of you in the group, you know, right? We are doing 30 over cycles already. Even until today, I'm still learning many, many new things. Finally, wrong worldview, Lokta. So this is basically two things. Denies the law of karma. Law of karma basically sits in the result. And then the second one is actually the past and future life. Yeah. Actually, wrong view refers to the law of karma in the past and future life. Yeah. So easy lah. Sixth book is referring to the virtue number 10. Virtue number 10. Yeah. Oh.
Teacher, can I ask, is this similar to number 6?
Number 6 is what? I forgot.
The down.
Giving the highest dharma, right? And on
Giving
the
Dharma.
yeah, yeah,
Kind of similar.
different, right?
Like it's both Dharma.
This one, right? Number 6, highest dharma. different from the correct worldview, holding the wrong worldview. Can you see the difference? Yeah, so wrong worldview basically is a virtue number 10. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the 4 different things. The first 4 vows has 2 parts. Each of the first 4 vows has 2 parts, right? So we can see number 1, praising ourselves and criticizing others. Daktu Shenmu. Not giving Dharma teaching to someone and not giving material help to someone. Chu normiter. Or chu normiter. And then not accepting apology. This I forgot already. And striking another person. It's called Shakyang Minyan. And then number 4, giving up the greater Dharma, teaching false Dharma is the Tekchen Pongwa. Okay. So all these have 2 parts. Then what is the difference? Yeah. 4 different basic motivations. 4 different basic motivations. The first one is desire for gain or respect. Yeah. The Daktu Shenmu. Yeah. Praise ourselves and criticize others. The one is the motivation is the desire for gain or respect. And then the second one is the chunor miter, the don't want to give dharma and possession, desire for possession. Sakyang minyan, don't want to accept apology and attack others. So being mean towards others. And finally, Tekchen Pongwa, the Mahayana. Give up the Mahayana is ignorance about the Dharma. Give up the Mahayana and the false teaching, right? False Dharma. So those are the 4 basic motivations. And then finally, 6 and 4. 6 and 4, right? 4 and 6. So 4 and 6 is the greater way, the Mahayana. And then 6 is the highest Dharma. Highest Dharma refers to all the three ways. The listener, the self-made Buddha, and the Mahayana, and the Bodhisattva. That's all. Let me see the homework. So the homework, 9 root downfalls, list the 9 root downfalls, and then what does it mean by defeats? And then 2 parts of the first 4 root downfalls, and then what are the motivation? Okay. Yeah, okay, so the meditation. Yeah, so difficult. The root downfalls. Okay, do analytical meditation on the root downfalls covered so far, checking how close you have come to committing each, and also checking what is the furthest you have stayed away from them during the last 24 hours. Rotate between them if there is not enough time to check thoroughly during one meditation session. You all want to do meditation on this one? Shall we go
Yes.
through the
Yes.
just to clock now? Okay, then let's review. Let's review
感
the
恩老
nine.
师。
Let's review the nine root downfalls. Checking how close you have come to committing each, and also checking what is the furthest you have stayed away from them during the last 24 hours. So, okay, analyze them and check how close you have come to commit, and check what is the furthest you have stayed away. Okay, let's do. Let's do. Okay, let me open up the thing. Should be here, right? Here. Okay. Let's go back to our meditation posture. Put our hands on the our laps. And when you're ready, you can slowly close your eyes. Relax our feet, hands, tuck in the tummy, pull back the shoulders, straighten our back, spine, neck, and head. Chin parallel to the ground. Relax the mouth, the tongue, the cheek, the forehead, scalp, and eyes. Bring focus to the tip of the nose, and let's do the breathing meditation, counting up to 10, starting now. Let's go through the the 9 root downfalls. The first one is the root downfall of praising ourselves and criticizing others. Let's check during the last 24 hours, how close have we come to commit them, and how far we have stayed away from committing them. So check if we have praised ourselves or criticizing others. On the positive side, check if we have praised anyone during the past 24 hours. The second root downfall is failing to give Dharma or material assistance. So check if we have, how close we have come to commit these two in the past 24 hours. And on the positive side, how much have we given Dharma and material assistance in the past 24 hours? So let's review the first downfall, praising self and criticizing others. What was the motivation? What was the motivation? It must be the motivation to the desire for gain and respect from others. So did we have this feeling on that one? And the second downfall, failing to give Dharma and material assistance. The motivation was desire for possessions, stingy, don't want to let go. The third root downfall is failing to accept someone's apology or suggestion and striking another person. The motivation is the being mean towards others. Being mean towards others. So how far have we How close have we gone to commit them, and how far have we gone away from them? The fourth root downfall is giving up the greater way or teaching false dharma. And the motivation here is ignorance. Ignorance about the dharma. So this is giving up greater way means we refuse to go the Mahayana way, or we tell people that this is not taught by the Buddha. Teaching false dharma refers to us creating something out of nothing and pass it on as teaching by the Buddha. That's false dharma. Number 5 is talking about the root downfall of stealing what belongs to the 3 jewels, the Buddha jewel, Dharma jewel, and Sangha jewel. Buddha jewel means understanding the Buddha nature, emptiness of the Buddha's mind, Buddha nature and all the beings. Dharma jewel means the teaching of the Buddha. We can simplify this to the pen story or the emptiness, or even the 2 husbands in the kitchen. And then Sangha jewel refers to the official definition is the enlightened beings, the Aryas, but in our context is basically our community with people who understand the pen story and the emptiness. So how close we have come to do this stealing, and how far have we prevent this stealing? Root downfall number 6 is giving up the highest dharma. So there are 3 components: highest dharma of the listener, highest dharma of the self-made Buddha, and highest dharma of the Bodhisattva. Giving up means we refuse to study, or even we claim that those are not taught by the Buddha. Root downfall number 7 is the taking away someone's robes and others, or removing someone from the status as an ordained person. So this can be related to the Sangha, to the community, or like what Tizen mentioned is about hindering someone's in practicing the morality. Number 8 is the root downfall of committing one of the 5 immediate misdeeds: killing father, killing mother, killing arhat or an enlightened being, causing schism, and drawing blood from a Buddha. This can be a lot of things, so please spend some time to think through for the past 24 hours how close you have come to commit them and how far have you gone away from committing them. And finally, the root downfall of holding the wrong views. So holding the wrong views refers to the not believing in the karma, cause and effect, and also not believing in the past and future lives. When we forget about the pen story, basically we are in danger of holding the wrong views. So we have to be careful. When we forget that the second husband in the kitchen is impossible to be there, then we might have the wrong view. So we need to train ourselves to get used to this view, correct view. And finally, bring your attention back to the tip of your nose and do 3 long, slow exhale. Remember to keep on pushing to empty all the stale air in your lung. And finally, you can open your eyes when you are ready. So we are done with class 4 and some example of the writing the 6 times book. Any other questions? Yeah. Oh, okay. fifth row.
Fifth bow.
Oh, fifth vowel. Fifth row, fifth downfall. Fifth downfall. Okay, let me take a look. Number 5, stealing the 3 jewels. 3 jewels. You want to know the examples, right? Well, I think when writing the 6 times book, I will use the concentric circle and the free association. So anything including the teachings, including the teaching. So if I don't use the teaching, I write in the negative. So including when I forget about the emptiness, just like the root vowel number 9. So they are very similar. They are very similar. Yeah. But of course, root vowel number 9 is basically on the wrong worldview. But here, it has more than that. It has more than that.
老师, if we are late to meet someone who is a sangha, also can consider stealing their time, right?
Definitely, definitely. And sangha here doesn't always have to mean the ordained, it's our own community, So it can be considered. I think, okay, all these are for the 6 times book. All these are not talking about whether you commit the downfall or not, right? So how we write them in the 6 times book here. And 6 times book, the purpose is to get rid of even the very small seeds, you know, yeah. Okay. Sometimes I also write, you know, when I see a monk on the road and then I forget to give them a respect, I also write that in my 6 times book, you know. Sometimes, sometimes I do that lah. Sometimes I write. Yeah. You know, when I was young, when I was in Indonesia, you know, I saw, wow, everybody when they see the monk, they really respect, you know. I have this funny feeling. Why should I respect them? Okay, I'm doing my 4 powers, by the way. I have this feeling, why should I respect them? Oh, then I learned, oh, actually, we are not talking about the person per se, you know, because they are wearing the robe. So we are actually respecting the robe. Oh, okay, then what I can accept. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, because my family, we were not really when I was young, we were not really a Buddhist family. It was more like a Taoism family, you know. So when I didn't get the Buddhist education until university. And then when I went to the university, wow, everybody like, wow, no frustration. So it's like a culture shock for me at that time. Anything else?
There's a secondary vow on the giving offerings on 3 jewels.
Yeah.
How do you cover that? How do you make it cover? Because it says that it's an everyday thing.
Oh yeah, this offering, I think this Venerable Sumati, right? Mentioned about it. So offering we can do with the body, speech, and mind.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, if you have the altar, you can do your physical thing. But what I do is, okay, what I do for this, I give you I share what I do. So what I do is in the morning, because now Don, my example. What I do in morning and evening, you know, morning when I wake up, I told Cynthia, hey, let's do this so that we can fulfill all these vows, both the MB and our Bodhisattva vow. So I do my mandala plus Kyamdro Semke, and then I read the 7 Buddha's name and the 12 Yaksha, and then I end with mandala and the Goa, the dedication, morning, and then evening I do the same thing, you know. So that is what I do. So yeah. And then when we do mandala, basically it's offering already, offering, you know, offering. And then of course, if I say the grace before eating, that is also offering to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You see, that is what I do in order not to be overwhelmed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I do, Don. I mean, I mentioned today during the 1-day retreat is that Medicine Buddha has many things that we can do, but don't be overwhelmed by all of them. It doesn't mean that we need to do everything every day. For me, I choose once a month to do everything, but on normal day, I just do when I have the time. Like morning, evening, I do this habit, and then daytime, if I have time, I just do some mantra. If not, then I don't do at all. Yeah. If not, then I don't do lah. Yeah. So I would say be be flexible. Understand the motivation to break vows help a lot. Yeah. Not notes. Yeah, of course. In the what do you call that? In the
We have the notes.
we have the notes. We have the notes.
Material.
Yeah, we have the reading materials also. It's all in there. It's all in the ACI 7 Telegram group. Let me know if you don't have. I will send to you. Yeah, but you can go to Telegram. It's all there. The reading material too. Yeah.
I think the reading materials in the course itself.
Oh, in the course. Oh, it's not there. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, in the platform, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, in the course. Okay. easy lah. I mean, if you need to ask me, I send you lah. But reading material is very beautiful. I used to refer a lot to the reading material when I first started writing the vows. Let's say I show you, but sometimes reading material is, sometimes I find the reading material is still not enough for me. So I like to discuss with people. So yeah, this is the reading 4, all the root down falls. So you can read all the details here, you know. Yeah, this is the motivation, for example. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, you can read this and then understand. So sometimes, yeah, like Ken was saying, sometimes I don't understand how to write at all. So I read this many times. And then our WhatsApp group, when we first started, it was very what do you call that? Very I shouldn't say noisy, but very active, very active. So people start to question here and there. Why do you write this? What do you mean by this? then we have to explain. Oh yeah, because I use the concentric circle, I use the free association, and then this is what I come up with. Yeah. In Indonesia, for example, I have few people who are very active and ask questions, you know. But after a few days, I can see that the discussion actually not so much already, because I think they have already gotten the gist of how to do it, you know. So
Sorry, can I ask?
yeah.
I also just joined the group to discuss the book in Telegram. Wait, can I know why every day we have to practice the number 9?
Good question. Hey, you were not here last Wednesday.
I think I missed that part.
Oh, okay. Let me repeat.
I don't understand until I joined the group and then say, why every day?
Okay. Yeah, Trifun is sending it every day, right? Yeah. Well, the group, the WhatsApp group was set up in 2016 January. So some of us have been doing this since 5 years ago. And about 3 weeks ago, Conila called me to say that, hey, Conila is inside the group too, you know. So she called me, she said, hey, there are new bodhisattvas joining us on 6th of March. So it's a good news, but all of us who have been doing this bodhisattva vow for the past 5 years, she was saying that we need to strengthen our practice. Okay, then how can we strengthen our practice? So the foundation of the bodhisattva vow is the pratimoksha. Pratimoksha is our freedom layman vow. And for all of us, our pratimoksha refers to the 10 virtues. 10 virtues means we need to strengthen our 10 virtues practice, right? Virtue 1 to 7, easy, you know, easy. We all very easy. We know, protect life, be generous, respect relationship, speak truthfully, speech that bring people together, speak kind speech, and then meaningful speech, right? Number 10 is also easy, you know, emptiness, you know, number 10, you know, emptiness, the pen story. 8 and 9 are more challenging. 8 is still better because number 8, everything, every time good thing happen, rejoice, you know. Everybody in the group rejoice, and then we all are rejoicing. So number 8 is sort of taken care. Now number 9, empathize on others. It's difficult, you know, it's difficult. Of course, number 8 is also not easy when sometimes we just say rejoice, but we just do lip service, you know. Let's say somebody got promotion, yeah, rejoice, but in the heart, we are so jealous, you know. That kind of people can get promotion, you know. But at least everybody is saying rejoice every day. number 9, the empathy is not easy. Sympathy, empathy, not easy. Especially people that we don't like. In fact, we are looking forward to someone's someone's what do you call that, failure, especially when we don't like. And it happens especially to those famous people, to the movie stars, for example. You see, newspaper, or not just newspaper, the news, they like to report bad misfortunes of those famous people. We talk about ministers, for example. We talk about MPs, member of parliament. In Singapore, so many cases, you know. This member of parliament got the sexual misconduct. You know, wow, that news is everywhere. And then, I mean, we are so used to all this news. So the peak was during the Donald Trump 6th of January, the Capitol Hill attack. Yeah, I remember the date, you know, 6th of January, Capitol Hill. Ever since then, every day I was, without fail, morning, evening, I was looking at Associated Press and CNN, looking for the news of his impeachment, you know. So when he impeached by the lower house, wow, so happy. Yeah, impeachment go through. But when the upper house, when the Senate, what do you call that?
Voted for no.
Voted for no, you know, there's a term for it. I forgot what it is. Was so disappointed, you know. Wow, how can US be like that? You know, so crazy. The human mind is so bad. And then when Myanmar, the coup d'etat happened, well, every day following, you know, when will the world censor them? When will the world sanction them, you know? So when I had a call with Cornelia, I just realized, oh yeah, I've been doing all these bad things. No wonder around me, I see a lot of all these people since I love war, happy on others suffering. So, but of course, not only that, you know, Cornelia also pointed out about those documentary, Netflix, for example, documentary. You know, documentary, of course, when we talk about nature, documentaries is good. But when we talk about documentary on certain organizations, on certain people, although they say they are balanced, but a lot of time the focus is very much on the negative sides. You know, sometimes we look at documentary, we thought, oh, this is so good documentary, but the focus is mostly on the negative, because without the scandals, without the negative, people will not be interested. Today, if I say, oh, Ken is a good father, Ken is a good husband, Ken is a good provider, Ken is a good team player, nobody wants to read the news, you know, but suddenly got something wrong, wow, people try to dig. So that's human. So that's why, because of that, I realized, oh, okay. Then when Cornelia told me all those things, she said, okay, let's do something. Let's remind people. So I started to send a reminder. And then because I sent a reminder, I realized, hey, if people want to discuss, then how? And I don't want to clutter the WhatsApp group. So I think, okay, let's create another Telegram group. And besides discussing about number 9, we can discuss about number 8. We can discuss about the vows in general. So when you do the Bodhisattva vow, you have any questions, let's discuss inside there. Yeah, there are many senior students there also. Besides Cornelia, we have Earl, for example. We have Tim. Tim is inside there too, you know. So just ask your questions and then somebody will answer. Of course, I will do my best to answer, but yeah. So let's discuss. We all learn together. It doesn't mean that I know more than you. You know, like just now, Tizen give a very good example, good input. I mean, we're all learning together. We're all learning every day. Okay? All right. Any more questions? You see, Lynn is almost falling asleep already. Solid already. Hey, Tizen, which group are you talking about? Hey, you're not in the 6 times book group, huh? Okay, let me give you the link and then you all can click and come in, huh? Okay, click on this and then you can come in. This is the book, this is the WhatsApp, but the Telegram, You can come in tomorrow, or let me see the link is where. Wow. Oh yeah, it's in the book also. Okay, this is another one. Okay, so yeah, I give you all the tooling. So let's come in and discuss together. Okay. Any more questions? If not, then let's do the mandala. Mandala is here. Okay. So, who wants to lead? Crystal? Huh? Ken? There is a Buddhist fight here. Okay, Ken. Okay.
Okay.
You just read the first one, Sasha, and then we all continue.
Okay.
And then the same thing for the Gewadi. You read the first Gewa and then we all continue. Okay.
Sashi.
Buki juk sing me tok tram. Rira bling si nyinde gen padi. Sangge singdu mikte ulwagi. Roku namdak singla chuparsho. Idang guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami. Ni gewokun. Sunami se chong zok sing. Sunami se lejung wei. Dampa kunyi toparsho. Lin, who wrote this part? Lin 没有听到是吗
Arya Nagarjuna.
What? Oh, Arya Nagarjuna. Yes.
Just now,
Yeah.
the first one, it's a namdak. Jokun namdak.
Yeah.
The one that I have is Chen Yen.
Oh, no. Okay, I was this one. Okay, this one, Chunyan, right?
Oh,
Daki Chunyan.
okay.
Chunyan is listening to Dharma. Chu Dharma, Nyan is listen. So because we are listening to Dharma, we use Chunyan. In our other document is Jin Sok. Jin Sok.
Chen Yen is listening.
Yeah. In other document is a Chin Sok, you know. What does it mean? In Hui, you want to explain? What is Jin Sok?
Jingso is giving the Dharma.
No,
Right.
giving and giving, etc. Giving,
Giving.
etc. Yeah. Giving, etc. Why giving, etc.? Huh?
The
Giving.
sixth perfection. The
Yes, giving is sixth perfection. Sixth perfection. So the first perfection is giving, right? That's why Jin is giving. Sok is etc. and the rest. Jin Sok, SBYIN and then SOGS. Yeah, correct. Jin Sok. Yeah. So yeah. So if you see the translation here, by the power of the goodness that I do in receiving. No, actually it should be. Okay, the Chunyan is listening to Dharma. Here translated as receiving Dharma. Whereas Jin Sok is giving and the rest. Giving and the rest. Giving is the first perfection. The rest is the other five perfection. Jin Sok, yeah.
So just now is the namdak.
Not Namdak is below lah. Namdak is here. Namdak is at the top here. Jokun Namdak. Jokun Namdak. Singla Chupar Shok. Yeah. Nam is a plural. Dak is dak here is the also plural, but duck means two things. Two. In Sanskrit, they have what we call the singular, duality, and plural. Two things is a duck. Yeah.
What you do after the session?
No. Okay, this is mandala. This is what we call mandala. Okay, maybe I show you here. Okay. But you can't see this.
The first mandala a bit different.
Same. Let me show you. Okay. Basically, we have mandala. Mandala is every time, always. Mandala is with the hand mudra.
Yeah.
And then in the opening, we read the Kyamdro Semke in the opening. Kyamdro means refuge, Semke means bodhicitta. So refuge and the wish, refuge, these are the refuge. These are the refuge, right? This is the refuge. Yeah. No, the whole thing we read 3 times. And then this is the bodhicitta. Yeah. So I go for refuge the Buddha Dhamma Sangha until I achieve enlightenment. And then by the power of goodness that I do in giving and the rest, may I reach Buddhahood for the sake of every living being 3 times. At the end, we read the mandala again, and then we do the Ngowa, the dedication. This is the dedication. Yeah. Kewa di kewa kun. Yeah. Tsunami se chok sing, tsunami se lejung mai. Yeah. Kewa is the goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Gewa is the goodness. Yeah. This goodness. This goodness, and then Sunam is the merit. Yeah. Merit and wisdom. This is the collection of merit and wisdom. Yeah. So with the collection of the wisdom, merit and wisdom, and then Sunami Shalejungwe, so gain the 2 ultimate bodies, Dampa Kuni Topa Shok. Yeah. That the wisdom and the merit and wisdom make. Yeah. Oh. So this is very beautiful dedication. Okay, any more? If not, then we shall end here and see you on Wednesday, 8 o'clock for class 5 and 6. Yay. Thank you.
Teacher.
Bye-bye.
老师拍照
Oh, 拍照, yeah. But a lot of people left already. It's okay lah. No need lah.
那老师可以 still take
Okay lah, okay. Come, let's take
Yay.
picture. Due to the demand from Lim, let's take picture.
老师 for your coffee meditation you put in so much
Okay.
effort
Oh yeah, you all turn on this also, huh? Okay, yay.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, oh, you want the 5 banner? Computer, okay lah. Better face down. Okay, ready? Oh yeah, 来，快点来。Oh, wow. Chai, what is the English name? Chai what? I forgot. The yeah, 做眼镜的，我知道做眼镜的。Jensen, yeah, Jensen Chai. Okay, come. Rick, you're thinking, right? Rick, 是你拍是吗？
You're muted.
You're muted, Rick. Rick 是你拍嘛？
被你在拍照是吗？
哦，不是。OK， 我拍。我要。OK， ready，应该这样啊 ，1 2 3， OK， done。
得了 sound effect 哎
OK，
感恩
哇，
老
塞
师
So happy to see Jensen. This is another Jensen from KL. You're KL, right?
Yeah, KL.
Yeah, Jensen. 1, 2, 3 is in my Xiaozu. I remember him. Okay, so see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Good night.
You teacher.
Good night.
老师。